Jai Shri Gurudev. The next chapter is haloalkanes and haloarenes. The general representation of both haloalkanes and haloarenes is Rx, where R is nothing but alkyl group or aryl group, and X is halides, that is X is fluorides or chlorides, bromides or iodides. These are the halides. If R is alkyl group, then the resultant compound is called haloalkanes, and if R is aryl group, then the resultant compound is haloarenes. So the definition of haloalkanes is defined as the halogenated derivatives of aliphatic hydrocarbons is called haloarenes, is called haloalkanes, and similarly the halogenated derivatives of aromatic hydrocarbons is called haloarenes. This is haloalkanes and is called haloarenes. These are the definition of both haloalkanes and haloarenes. Here R is aliphatic hydrocarbon, then you get haloalkanes. If R is aromatic hydrocarbons, then you get haloarenes. There are so many applications or uses of these aliphatic and aromatic haloalkanes, so that it is necessary to study about haloalkanes and haloarenes. These haloalkanes and haloarene compounds such as chlorophenol, chloromethrin and chloroquinone, these are used as antimalarial drugs, and these chlorinated compounds like chloroform and hydroform are used as painkillers and antiseptics, and also used as cough syrups, and used as this chloroform CHCl3. This chloroform is used to produce freons in refrigerators, freons like difluorocarbons, it means dihalide compounds, etc. And these are also used to painkillers, and it helps to produce thyroxine hormones in human bodies. And if if deficiency of thyroxine hormone causes goiter, etc. And then these chlorinated compounds, that is, it means the halogenated compounds are used as solvents in many chemical reactions. So many uses are there. There is some uses of halogenated compounds. Now, based on the number of halogen atoms present in the organic compounds, we are classifying to three different types. Those we are studying here, that is the classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes, totally called halogenated organic compounds. That is the classification of. The next concept is classification of halogenated organic compounds on the basis of number of halogen atoms present. So this is the first classification, that is classification of halogenated organic compounds on the basis of number of halogen atoms present. Under that, the first one, that is classification of haloalkanes on the basis of number of halogen atoms present. That is classification of haloarenes, haloalkanes on the basis of number of halogen atoms present. This is the classification, there is sub-classification under the halogenated organic compound, that is here halogenated alkanes. These halogenated alkanes are classified into three different types based on the number of halogens present. The first one is monohaloalkanes, and the second one is dihaloalkanes, and the third classification is trihaloalkanes. So here the word itself says the number of halogen atoms which is present in the given aliphatic hydrocarbons or aliphatic halogenated compound. So here monohaloalkanes, it means there is only one halogen atom. Dihaloalkanes, it means two halogen atoms. Trihaloalkanes means there is a three halogenated atoms in a alkane. Now we have to study one by one classification in detail. Now take first one, monohaloalkanes. Now the first one is monohaloalkanes. These monohaloalkanes are obtained by replacing one hydrogen atom in a alkanes by putting the halogen atom. It's called monohaloalkanes. That is monohaloalkanes are obtained by replacing one hydrogen atom of each molecule or each compound of an alkane by adding or by substituting halogen atom. Substituting halogen atom is called monohaloalkanes. So monohaloalkanes are obtained by adding or replacing hydrogen atom in an alkane or in a compound by substituting this halogen atom is called monohaloalkanes. This monohaloalkanes again classified into three different types based on the halogen atom which is attached to the type of carbon atom, that is nature of carbon atom. These monohalogenated atoms are again classified into three different types, that is based on the nature of carbon atom which is attached to halogen. Halogen is classified into three types. It is classified into three types, that is primary alkyl halide, primary alkyl halides, and the second one is secondary alkyl halides, and the third one is tertiary alkyl halide. This is the classification of three types of this monohalogenated alkanes based on the nature of carbon atom which is attached to the halogen. Now the first one, take primary alkyl halides. So alkyl halides is nothing but haloalkanes. This haloalkanes is also called as alkyl halides. So in primary alkyl halides, the halogen atom which is attached to the primary carbon atom. Since the carbon is primary, that should be attached or that should be containing two hydrogen atoms. Primary alkyl halides is defined as the halogen atom which is connected to or which is attached to the primary carbon atom, since the carbon atom containing two hydrogen atom and which is interlinked to the one carbon atom, means one more carbon atom. Such compounds is called primary alkyl halides. Now for example, observe the carbon atom which is connected to the halogen. They take X is generally, in place of X take chlorine or iodine or bromine, and this hydrocarbon is interconnected to the one more carbon and it containing two hydrogen atoms, that is CH2O, Cl and CH3. So this is an example for primary alkyl halides. This can be simply written as, that is CH3 bond CH2 and Cl. Okay, so here the carbon atom which is connected to the one carbon atom and that having two hydrogens and which is linked to the chlorine atom. This such type of compounds is called primary alkyl halides. Its name is chloroethane or ethyl chloride. Similarly, now observe one more example. Take CH3 and Cl. This is alkyl halide. CH3Cl. This is alkyl halide. It is also example for primary alkyl halide. Its particular name is methyl chloride. Similarly, if you take an example like C bond H2, here CH3 and again CH2, here Cl. That is propyl chloride or chloropropane. This is also an example for primary alkyl halides. Here the carbon is attached to the chlorine is attached to the carbon and that contain two hydrogens, right? So these compounds or such kind of compounds is best example for primary alkyl halides. Similarly, secondary alkyl halides is defined as the halogen atom which is connected to the secondary carbon. Since the carbon is secondary, it containing only one hydrogen atom and which is interlinked to the two carbon groups. Such type of compounds is called secondary alkyl halides. Now for example, observe, this is an example primary alkyl halide, right? Now this halogen is attached to the secondary carbon and which is connected to the only one hydrogen and interlinked to the two carbon atoms. So for example, observe, we are taking carbon and which is connected to the chlorine atom. This carbon is interlinked to the two carbon atoms, CH3 and CH3, two carbon atoms. Okay. Then now observe, for this carbon there is 3 valency right now. To satisfy tetravalency, write one more hydrogen. Now observe, for this carbon there is 2 interlinked carbons and 1 chlorine and 1 hydrogen. Such type of carbon is called secondary carbon and the resulting compound is called secondary alkyl halide. So this can be written like that, that is CH3 CH bond CH3 and here connected to Cl. So this is secondary carbon. Okay. Similarly, now its name is 2-chloropropane. Similarly, the tertiary alkyl halides is defined as the halogen atom which is connected to the tertiary carbon. Since the carbon is tertiary, there is no hydrogen. It means the carbon is attached to the or it is interlinked to the 3 carbon atom along with halogen. It is called tertiary alkyl halide. Now for example, for tertiary alkyl halide is observe here, carbon which is connected to the halogen and the carbon is connected to the 3 alkyl groups or 3 carbon groups, that is CH3, CH3. There is no hydrogens here for this carbon. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. 3 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, 1 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ತರ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು after knowing the definition of primary, secondary and tertiary, you are able to identify either the compound is a primary alkyl halide or secondary alkyl halide or tertiary alkyl halide. Now let me have to check you by taking some more examples. Now observe, these are the three compounds we are taking. Now identify the which one is primary alkyl halide and secondary alkyl halide and tertiary haloalkanes. Tertiary haloalkanes or alkyl halide. Now this is primary alkyl halide. Observe why it is primary, because the carbon which is connected to the bromine or the bromine which is connected to the carbon, that carbon having one carbon atom. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. Such type of compounds we call primary carbon. So this is an example for primary alkyl halides. Primary alkyl halide, this is symbol indication. Primary ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಬರೀತೀವಿ, primary alkyl halide. Its name is what? 1, 2, 3. That is bromopropane. Okay. Similarly, observe here the carbon which is connected to the bromine. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್, ಈ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ನೋಡಿ 1, 2 ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಈ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ನಂಬರ್ 1, 2, 3 ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚೈನ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. 2 bromopropane. 2 bromopropane. This is 1 bromopropane. No need to write 1. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಗೆ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? ನೋ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನೋ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 3 methyl groups are interlinked, or 3 carbons are connected to the carbon which is attached to the bromine. So it is called tertiary carbon. Its name is 1, 2, 3. So 3 bromo and 3 methyl propane. 3 methyl propane. So this is the name iocactam that you know how to write the iocactam. So after we will study in detail while studying the nomenclature of these halogenated compounds. So this is the identification of primary, secondary alkyl halides. Now take dihaloalkanes. The next classification is dihaloalkanes. These dihaloalkanes are obtained by replacing 2 hydrogen atoms of each molecule of a compound by chlorine atoms. Chlorine atoms are of an alkane by chlorine atoms is called dihaloalkanes. That is, dihaloalkanes are obtained by replacing 2 hydrogen atoms of each compound of an alkane by halogen is called dihaloalkanes. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ? dihaloalkanes. Okay, dihaloalkanes is nothing but replacing 2 hydrogen atoms of a compound, means each compound of an alkane by halogens is called dihaloalkanes. Example ನೋಡಿ, CH2 or you know methane ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? CH4. So methane, here how many hydrogens are there? 4 hydrogens. Out of 4 hydrogen, replace 2 hydrogens by adding 2 chlorine atom. 2 hydrogen atom ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡಿ, ಇನ್ನು 2 hydrogen atoms ಏನಂತ ತೆಗೆದಿರಿ? ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಡಿನ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಬರೀರಿ. It means two hydrogen atoms is replaced of each compound by substituting halogens in an alkane is called dihaloalkanes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Dihaloalkanes. These dihaloalkanes again classified into two types based on the number of halogen atoms which is attached to the same carbon or neighboring carbons. ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ halogen atoms ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು these dihalogens ಅನ್ನ two types ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. One is vicinal dihalide and second one is geminal dihalides. I take geminal and vicinal. These are classified into two types. These are classified into two types. Now the first one is geminal dihalides. And the second one is vicinal dihalides. This geminal dihalides is nothing but the halogen atom which is attached to the same carbon atom of an alkane is called geminal dihalides. This geminal dihalides is defined as the two halogen atoms are attached to same carbon atom. That is, two halogen atoms are attached to same carbon atom. The resultant compound we call geminal dihalide. Now example, observe. Take methane, CH4, right? This is methane. So this can be written like how? Carbon, 4 hydrogens. This is methane, right? Now in this methane, 2 hydrogens is replaced by adding 2 chlorine atoms. You get dihaloalkanes. Now this is either geminal dihalide or vicinal dihalide, that you know. Okay, to know that now you know this is example for geminal dihalide. To know that, here observe, these 2 halogen atoms are attached to the one carbon atom, means same carbon atom, attached to the same carbon atom, right? Therefore this is an example for what? Geminal dihalide. So it means geminal dihalide, it means for carbon 1 there is 2 chlorine atom, so that 1,1 dichloromethane. This is called DCM, simply called DCM, dichloromethane. Okay. Similarly, observe one more example. Take CH3 and CH4. Not CH3, CH4. So observe here, what its name? CH3 and CH3. What its name? Ethane. Right? This is an ethane. Now, how many hydrogens are there here? 3 hydrogens. This carbon is attached to the one more carbon, and again this carbon has 3 hydrogens only. Now replace 2 hydrogens and substitute 2 chlorine atom for same carbon atom. ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ 2 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬದಲು 2 ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಅಥವಾ 2 ಹಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ? ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ 3 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಒಂದು ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1 ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, you get this compound. Now here for same carbon 2 halogen atoms is attached, right? So this is an example for geminal dihalide. Now write its name or give the name for this compound. Now numbering is given from this carbon first and second, because the halogens is attached to the carbon get first priority. So here 1, 2. For primary carbon there is a 2 halogen atoms. Therefore 1,1 dichloro, the longest chain is containing 2 carbon atoms, means the root word is ethane, dichloromethane. Like that. Okay. This is an example for geminal dihalides. Similarly, vicinal dihalides is defined as the two halogen atoms are attached to the adjacent carbon atom, or the halogen atoms are attached to the two adjacent carbon atoms. It is called geminal dihalides. Attached to the adjacent carbon atoms is called geminal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides is nothing but two halogen atoms are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms is called geminal dihalides. Example observe. Take ethane or propane. Take ethane, CH3 and CH3. This is ethane, right? Now two halogen atoms are attached to the adjacent carbon. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ here how many hydrogens are there? 3. Out of 3, one hydrogen is replaced by adding chlorine atom. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಇದಾವೆ, ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು 1 ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ 2 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಒಂದೊಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಇತ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಜೆಮಿನಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ vicinal. Okay, vicinal dihalides is nothing but two halogen atoms are attached to the adjacent two carbon atoms. Carbon atoms is called vicinal dihalides. Its name is 1, 2 or 1, 2. ಯಾವ ತರ ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಿ. So what 1,2 dichloroethane. Methane ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ because only one carbon, presence of only one carbon. Similarly, one more example, CH3 CH2 CH3. ಏನಿದು propane. What its name? Propane, you know. Now replace any two hydrogens of adjacent carbon atoms and add halogens. So ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ಇವೆರಡು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, adjacent ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. So replace one hydrogen of this carbon by adding chlorine and here one hydrogen by chlorine. So the resultant compound you get what? Vicinal dihalide. Either you write chlorine or bromine or iodine or fluorine, any halogen you will wish. So its name is 1, 2, 3. Don't give number from this side because you know rules how to follow to give IUPAC nomenclature for a given compound. So what is name? 1,2 dichloropropane. 1,2 dichloropropane. Okay, this is the classification of dihaloalkanes and definition and the classification definitions, then examples. Now take trihaloalkanes. These trihaloalkanes is defined as, that is same like dihalo and monohaloalkanes, that is trihaloalkanes are obtained by replacing 3 hydrogen atoms, by replacing 3 hydrogen atoms of each compound of an alkane by halogens is called trihaloalkanes, and these are also called as polyhaloalkanes. Trihaloalkanes is also called as what? Polyhaloalkanes. Now for example, take methane, CH4, you know methane. So according to our definition, we have to replace 3 hydrogen by adding 3 halogen atoms. So replace 3 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, and remaining 3 hydrogens will be replaced by adding 3 chlorine atoms. What its name? Chloroform. Its common name is what? Chloroform. Used as anesthesia use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿಬಹುದು, ಕಿಡ್ನಾಪ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೈ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅನೆಸ್ಥೇಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಚುಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನೆಸ್ಥೇಷಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್. ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್. ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಾರ್ಮ್. Now its common name is chloroform and IUPAC name is trichloromethane. trichloromethane. Okay. Similarly, observe money. Ethane bari CH3 and CH3. This is what ethane. So replace three hydrogens by adding chlorine. So three hydrogens ತೆಗೆಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 3 chlorine atom ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ತೆಗೆಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕಬಹುದು ನಾವು. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಟ್ರೈಹ್ಯಾಲೋಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, you had halogen atoms for any carbon atoms to replace number of hydrogens by halogen. If you replace one hydrogen, you should add only one chlorine atom. If you replace two hydrogens, you should add two chlorine atom. It means number of hydrogen replaceable hydrogens is equal to number of substituting chlorine atoms or halogen atoms. So what is name? 1 2. So 1 1 1 trichloromethane. Ethane, that is also simply written as trichloroethane. All these are example for trihaloalkane. This is the classification of haloalkanes. Okay, that is based on the number of halogen atoms which is attached to the carbon atom. So the next one is classification of haloarenes based on the number of halogen atoms present. The haloarene classification ಓದಬೇಕು. Already we studied the classification of haloalkanes, right? These haloalkanes are classified based on number of halogen atoms present into three types. That is monohaloalkanes and dihaloalkanes and trihaloalkanes, right? Again, monohaloalkanes are classified into three types. That is primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halides and tertiary alkyl halides, and we know definitions. Again, dihalohalides are classified into two types, right? That is vicinal and geminal dihalohalides, and trihalohalides are also called as polyhalohalides that we are studied now. The second classification, that is for haloarenes, that is classification of haloarenes based on the number of halogen atoms present. This is also classified into three types. That is monohaloarenes, dihaloarenes and trihaloarenes. Similarly, these are classified into three types. That is monohaloarenes and dihaloarenes and trihaloarenes. Trihaloarenes. These are the three types of classification of these haloarenes on the basis of number of halogen atoms present. Now monohaloarenes is nothing but the halogen atom which is only one, or what halogen atom is present on aromatic hydrocarbon is called monohaloarenes. Means the halogen atom which is connected to the aromatic hydrocarbon is called monohaloarenes. Example, that is only one halogen atom is attached to haloarenes, attached to aromatic hydrocarbons is called as what? Monohaloarenes. Now example, take benzene. You know benzene is best aromatic hydrocarbons, right? This is benzene, aromatic hydrocarbon. Now one of the hydrogen, you know these 6 carbon atoms having one hydrogen, means each carbon having one hydrogen. Totally there is 6 hydrogens. Any one of the hydrogen is replaced. Let's assume here one hydrogen is replacing. You know here there is one hydrogen. That hydrogen is replaced by chlorine atom or bromine or iodine. You know why I am writing chlorine? Because chlorine is most reactive among all halogens. And then therefore we are writing chlorine, or we are giving preparable only for chlorine. Okay, and its name is chlorobenzene. Right, this is an example for what? Monohalogenated chlorine. Similarly, dihaloarenes is nothing but 2 halogen atoms is attached to the aromatic hydrocarbon. aromatic hydrocarbon ಗೆ 2 halogen atoms attach ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. It means 2 hydrogens is replaced by having 2 halogen atoms unaromatically. Such type of compounds is called what? Dihaloarenes. Example take benzene ring. How many hydrogens are there in benzene? 6 hydrogens, right? Its molecular formula is C6H6. There is 6 hydrogens. Now this can also be written as what? That is equal. If you write 3 lines in our chemistry, that is nothing but equal. This is can be written as C6H5 and Cl, right? Because one of the hydrogen is replaced by what? Chlorine. So here write 2 hydrogens. 2 hydrogens. Those 2 are replaced by writing 2 chlorine atoms are 2 hydrogen atoms. That is chlorine, and write here one bromine. Bromine. Okay. So either you write here or here, anywhere, your wish. So now its name is what? Give number. Among these 2, which one come first according to alphabetical order? Bromine. So 1, 2, 3. That is 1 bromo, 3 chloro, benzene. 1 bromo, 3 chloro, benzene. Right. So similarly, example of its name is, its molecular formula is written like, that is C6H4, Br and Cl. Okay, can be written like that. Similarly, observe one more example for this dihaloarenes. Dihaloarenes, take benzene ring. In benzene ring, 2 hydrogens is replaced by write 2 halogens. One is chlorine, here bromine. This is also example. Or write here also para position that you know later, means that we learn later, that is the positions. So its name is what? Or its molecular formula is C6H5BeCl. So observe these 2 are the same molecular formula but structure is different. So these are the best example for structural isomers. Right? So now its name is Bromochlorobenzene. That is bromo 2-chlorobenzene. And similarly, trihaloarenes means what? Define. So trihaloarenes is defined as 3 halogen atoms are attached to the aromatic hydrocarbons by replacing 3 hydrogens. So example right. So observe here. Take benzene. In benzene, 3 hydrogens replaced by replace 1 hydrogen here and one more here. Your wish. You can replace anywhere or on benzene. Here write chlorine and bromine and iodine. Write any halogens. Your wish. So here give number according to alphabetical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Because B, C, high in naming. So 1 bromo, 3 chloro, 5 iodo, benzene. That is 1 bromo, 3 chloro, 5 iodo, benzene. Is the high value. Okay. Similarly, observe one more example. Benzene, and right here 1 bromine, here chlorine and here iodine. Okay, now give number 1, 2, 3, 4. In this way only we can give. Don't write like that because the substrate gets lowest priority. In the order only you can give the number. For this one, 1 bromo, 2 chloro, 4 iodo, benzene. What is name? 1 bromo, 2 chloro. You should write in a single line. The name should be written in one line only. That is 2 chloro, 4 iodo, benzene. 4 iodo, benzene. This is the haloalkane. Okay. This is the classification of haloalkanes and haloarenes. There is one more classification that we studied in next class. So this is the classifications. There is one more classification that is based on the hybridization of carbon, that we will study in next class. Okay, so this is the classification. You should understand. If any doubt, please ask.